So let's go ahead and start off with a sphere, okay? And then let's just look at that man's jaw. What shape? What shape does that look like? That looks like a square to me. Do you see that? So let's just drop in a square here. Okay, we're just having fun here. That's what we're doing. All right, there's a square coming in here. Don't even try and make it look like this man. Just get this idea of a square down, all right? Where his side of his head is going to come in here. We're just going to bring that square right back up. Look at that. Boom. Don't erase. Just move your pencil. Okay, let's get that. Let's immediately get this brow line in. The brow line goes right through his eyebrows and then to the top of his ears. So let's just drop a brow line in at this angle here, and then look, it's gonna kind of angle around the corner there back to his ears. You see that? Okay, center line. Let's get a nice center line going here. Now don't just enjoy this. Don't get all high strung about making it look like this guy. All right. Let's just drop a line for his nose, and then now let's ask ourselves the first question. This is the bottom of his nose, right? And we also have the bottom of his chin. Now look where his lips are. Are his lips directly center? No, they're shifted up a little bit. So let's just drop a line in where we think his lips are going to go. All right, let's go ahead and get his nose in here. We're just going to come in here with a quick little something like that maybe, right? And let's get the wing. Let's just put a little dab right in there for that wing of that nose. You see that? Okay, now this line up here is his brow line. So the eye line is going to be slightly lower. So we could just put a quick line across there like that, right? And let's drop in the top parts of his eyes, meaning the top part of the eyelids. And then we're just gonna go in like this, and then we're gonna come over here like this. You see? Easy. You got this. Don't be so hard on yourself. All right, now let's look closely. Now this is where we need to start observing. Look at where his pupils are in his eyes. They're to the left. So let's just drop in a pupil like that. And the same thing over here. Let's just drop in a pupil like this. All right, let's get this. They call this the ball of the mouth. So let's just bring that in like that. And we'll bring this one in over here, just like this. Okay, let's get this chin in here. The chin is nice and square. Look at that. Boom. Easy. Look at that. There's the chin, just like that. Okay, let's get this top lip, and you can see that I'm a little bit off on mine, but it's kind of coming in at an angle there, you see, and then we Got a little bit of a corner there. Just trying to get an idea of where the pieces go, right? Then let's just get this bottom lip is going to be like this maybe, right? Okay. Let's get these glasses in. Now look closely. Now this is important. This is a very important observation. Let me just draw a little something over here. Let's just say like these are a pair of square glasses, okay? Your brain will be tempted to want to draw the eyes directly in the center of those glasses. We don't want to do that. We want to look to see where the eyes are in the glasses. For example, his right glass, look at that eye is really close to the center. And then the other one is also close to the center. So watch now. Let's draw these frames here. And top frame is toward the top there. You see that? Same thing over here. This glass also extends way beyond the face there. And then look how low this. You see how low those glasses fall? You want to really look with your eyes. I don't even care if you get the right shape. That's not important to me. I'm more concerned that you get the right position of the eyes within those glasses. Okay, so that top part of those glasses come across. And we have a bridge coming over. That goes back toward the ear there. Now, that ear is huge. Ears tend to get bigger as we grow with age. So let's just drop that in there, and we're going to talk about ears in detail another week. So right now we'll just kind of just put that in place right there. Now, look at this side. Look at this side of his face here. The picture shows me it's very straight. And let's quickly just drop in this hair. You know, it's like there's the tip of the nose and there's the lip. So, you know, that shadow is playing into that idea. Yes, yes. So his nose is really dipping in a sense. So it is, you know, maybe it's like way up there. You see that? That's a really good point. That the tip of that nose is dipping into, look, the tip of that nose is dipping into that space. But you bring up an excellent point. So when we're drawing this, you want to like look at that's the angle. That's the angle between the two wings, and then the nose is going to overlap that. So great, good observation there. So I would say if my mouth is at that angle, I'm definitely going to be at that angle. You know, I've drawn my nose too small, but I think in this type of drawing that we're trying to do is we're just going quick, bum, 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 just to try and get a feel of where the parts go. You know, if this was going to be an hour pose on this face, I would be making those adjustments, all right? So last thing I want to do on this then is drop in these eyebrows. And they are sitting on top, literally, of those glasses. If you do have additional questions, please join our Facebook group. It's totally for free. Post your questions in there. You can direct it toward me, or even down here in the comments below, you can ask a question and I will try and answer it my best. My name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.